of the famous Oriental Rabbonim of yesteryear. And here on the 9th of Sivan, it's going to be the Hilul of a really great rabbi, actually born in Jerusalem, Rabbi Aharon Azriel Z'tl, a really great rabbi that was born approximately in the year 1818 territory, and passed away on, I believe, May the 3rd in the year 1879. So we're talking about approximately 150 years ago. Born in 1818, passed away in 1879. And 3 days after the festival of Shavuot, 9th of Sivan, respectively. He was a great מקובל in Eretz Israel. He was Rosh Yeshiva of the famous Yeshiva of the great Kabbalist called Yeshivat Beit-El, and also he was of the old city of Jerusalem also for many years, between 1871 to 1881, and was a Rosh Yeshiva of a Bosnian descended yeshiva called Shevet Achim, respectively. So he was a great rabbi. He was actually born in Jerusalem, and his father was Rabbi Azriel. Very, very interesting enough. And it's very interesting. A lot can be said. He was born to Rabbi, and his mother's name was Rabbanit Luna, who was the daughter of a great rabbi, Rabbi Aharon Halevi, who was actually the author of the great Torah book, the Meta Aharon. His grandfather, his name was Rabbi Yehuda Abram, who was the son of Rabbi Avigdor Azriel, respectively, who also was the author of another great book, many of called Zmirat, Haaretz, Kesef, Hakfurim. And it's also actually, he was a friend of the מקובל, famous Rosh HaKodesh, Rabbi Shalom Shirabi, who we've spoken about before. He learned next to Harab Nisim Shmuel Yudah Arautz, who was also another great rabbi, and also next to Yedidia Raphael Abulafia, Rabbi Yedidia Raphael Abulafia, and these were really, really great rabbonim over there, and would later on become the Rosh Yeshiva of Yeshivat Mekubalim Beit-El, as we just mentioned about before. And for many years he was the Av Beit-Din, also there, the Avad, respectively, with a Dat Sfardim B'Yerushalayim, also very prominent position. And I believe one of his Talmidim was great Rabbi Yaakov Meir, who would later on become the chief rabbi of Israel, the Rishon LeZion of Israel, also respectively, which is very, very prestigious. So it's actually interesting. A lot can be said about him. He went out several times on different missions, including where he traveled to around Jerusalem and Hebron, and he was working basically for the Yeshivat, famous Yeshivat Beit-El, especially in Jerusalem. So he passed through various different countries also to promote Yeshiva, or with regards to the famous Yeshiva, especially he went to Libya, Tunisia, Tunis to be precise, and also Algeria also, which is very interesting enough. And he talks about, I think, in various books, he wrote a lot of great different Torah books throughout that point in time. I think in the book, the Mikveh, he talks about, he mentions the travelings over there also, which is very interesting enough and has to be pointed out also. And he wrote various different piyutim, also poems, which was accepted by many of the people. People followed it from all different parts of the Mizrahi world, I think, including the Omer La Hashem and the Ima Rachel. These were different piyutim, and the Kfi Aharon also, and Yitzchak Yarnon. And I believe there was something that was written by or connected to Rabbi Raphael Yitzchak Al-Taras, also from Yerushalayim also. And there was the book, the Yigal Yaakov, which was, I think, from Rabbi Yaakov Chai Borla, where they mentioned together. And he, later on in the year Tafresh Lamed Aleph, in the month of Tammuz, he actually opened a famous yeshiva in Jerusalem called the Yeshivat Shevet Achim, which was for the Jewish community from Bosnia, which was part of the old Yugoslavia, inside Jerusalem itself, respectively. So it was like a proper base over there where it was based, and I think he was one of the people that founded it also. And very, very interesting. Also, we talked about the great Rabbonim from Bosnia, many different occasions. It was great miracles that actually occurred to him. He did suffer some hardships in life within regards to health, and that maybe another time we will speak about that also. It's actually interesting. I think towards the end of his life, because he passed away at around the age of 60, he was advised by his doctors to actually move to Jaffa over there. Why was this? This is interesting enough. why move there? I think this was after he suffered a heart attack on the advice of his doctors, hoping that because there was a sea very, very nearby there, his condition would improve also. We know the greatness of living in Israel, the air of Israel, how great it is. It's actually interesting also during that period of time also, while he was in Jaffa, he protected against, let's say, the Shrutam, the Etrogay Yafo, and very interesting enough, he passed away at around the age of 60 on Tet Sivan. Naturally, the Hebrew year was Taf Resh Lamed Tet, also 3rd of May, 1879. And he was buried, I believe, in the Beit-Al Min HaYehudi B'Yafo, also, which has to be pointed out also. And it's actually interesting, on his matzav itself, it's written over there, I believe, on his the stone area of the grave. It says, ויהי בנסוע אהרון על פי הדיבור ויצא מבת ציון וירד יפו קל מן שמיא נפק יאסף אהרון ויהי בהשמע דבר המלך מלכו של עולם כל נשמע מציון נשאו נהרות קולם ויבכו את אהרון ויהי כל הארץ ממררין אמרי הביא להרע לישראל תזעק בחבלי בזאת יבוא אהרון ויהי איש אחד מן 200 רעבד מקודש שקדישו שמיים ראשי סנהדראות דומה למלך השם צבאו-ת הרב המופלא המקובל אלוקי כל רז לא אנוס להשם כמהרר אהרון עזריאל זיכרונו לחיי עולם הבא פעל המחבר כפי אהרון מח ביום ט' סיוון התף ריש למד ט' Taf Nun Sadik Bet Hey. This was actually written on say. I hope I said the whole thing correctly. I will try and copy and paste this on the description of the video also to just so people could read it respectively also and can say it the correct way also. So let's explore his family. He actually married his wife, Rabbanit Mazal, who was actually the daughter of the famous author of the Peleioets, Rabbi Eliezer Papo, another great Bosnian rabbi. But very, very sadly, it was reported over that she passed away during the birth of their oldest son, Moshe. This was, I believe, around the year 1842. And later on, he would remarry and had children, including Rabbi Raphael Yoshua Azriel, who was married to Rabbanit Livna, the daughter of the first the Rishon Litzion Rav Yaakov Meir, and also Sarah, who married Yisrael Hafetz, also, who became one of the leaders of the Bukharian community, respectively, in Jerusalem, and was the son of the great Rabbi David Hafetz, also, who was part of the first immigrants to Bukharia, who arrived in the land of Israel with his family back in the year 1871. Also, his grandson, one of the grandsons was Rabbi Aharon Azriel, which is also interesting enough. It was a great public figure who passed away in the year 1944. His great-grandson was Moshe Azriel, who was founder of the Azriel printing house in Jerusalem, and his great-grandson was Yosef Azriel, was an Israeli public figure, and also had this public house also, and the delegate of the World Congress of Sephardic Jews also. So let's explore some of his books also, which he wrote, including Kfi Aharon, which was in 2 halakim. Ozen Aharon, there was Ara Smichta Likut Beseder Aleph Bet Tziyudim Balacha Shnitnu Beit Din Shabo Kehen. There was Mikvah Mayim, which we spoke about before, the Likutim Zichronot V'Chidushim, and the Musa Avi, which is a Igeret, which is a letter Shktav Livno Abachor Moshe, which his firstborn Rav Moshe wrote, which is also very, very interesting enough. And it's his Hilula. Please learn much more within regards to the great rabbi. He was, as we said before, he was one of the famous rabbis who was the Rosh Yeshiva of the famous Yeshivat beit-el. Very, very, very prominent position that was naturally, and it can't be stressed over there. Because the rabbi, it's actually interesting, the rabbi before him as a Rosh Yeshiva of beit-el was Rabbi Yedidia Raphael Abulafia, and Rabbi Shalom Moshe Chai Gagin replaced him between the years 1881 to 1883, and then after that was Rabbi Sasson Bachor Moshe Prasido, also, who had a 20-year tenure as Rosh Yeshiva of the famous Beit-el Yeshiva, the Kabbalistic Yeshiva. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. His Hilul is on the 9th of Sivan. I'll try and copy the text, which was actually related over here on Wikipedia with regards to what is on the stone setting of his burial place also, so that you can read that. And wishing you a great day, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel.